The majority of the gaming community, myself included, is not a huge fan of the reverse Oreo design that Sony went with, white on the outside, black on the inside. Now, as you Stallions and Stallionettes know, if you've been around the channel for a while, we leave absolutely nothing stock here. Controllers, consoles, PCs, peripherals, etc. So when I would catch a glimpse of my PS5 out of my peripherals, I would get a little bit queasy because there was an aroma of... smells stock. Now that is where parts from ExtremeRate and Playvital come into play. These are a sister company, and they're also under the same company umbrella as Hex Gaming controllers. Now I had built mini custom controllers, and 90% of the time, those were using ExtremeRate parts. They sell products such as vinyl wraps or decals for the PlayStation 5, as well as an RGB LED kit, which we're going to be installing today. If your relationship with your PS5 has gotten a little bit stagnant, you don't have to tell her. Hopefully she's in the other room. Go ahead and spice up your relationship a little bit by giving her a facelift and some flap implants. Lights in the surgery room, please. Thank you. It's all right. Dr. AK's here. What have we got?
Now, I've already done the consultation with the patient. She wants a RAM reduction and a couple of extra inches on her husband's GPU. Also, she did mention while we got her opened up to give a little attention to her processor. In case you're worried about my credentials, don't worry, I received my doctorate from YouTube University. I've been there for several semesters now. Now, I already got the vitals on this bad boy, and the results are that this is a bland and boring console, so we're gonna go ahead and remedy that today with a basic operation. In all seriousness, the latex gloves over here, I don't know why I'm doing jazz fingers, but these are a precautionary measure because we did just spray paint this bad boy last night. So prepping the surface, whether that's sanding, which was not necessary in this case, then either using a paint and primer combo or doing 3 coats of primer, 3 to 5 coats of base color, and then around 3 coats of either a sealant or a clear coat, which we did on this bad boy here. And it's more or less dry, however, it's a little bit tacky. A lot like my cheesy pickup lines, it's a little bit tacky, but it does look good. Especially because, you know, companies are charging $30 to $60 for these side plates here. You get yourself a $3 gloss or matte clear coat and a $3 base or color. Customize your PS5 to your liking. She looks good in my book. I mean, if you get real close to her, you might be able to pick out some imperfections and you get that whiff of paint, but yeah, it's whatever. Removing the side panels is by far the biggest pain in the rump or tuchus if you're going to be working on a PlayStation 5. I have done it 3 times on this one now, installing different NVMe SSDs to expand the storage, and then also to put on this decal or vinyl wrap. This PlayStation logo right here, you're going to put your hand firmly and grasp. You're going to pull upwards towards the top of the console and up this way simultaneously. And there's little plastic prongs in there that need to be lifted up. And be careful because they are indeed plastic and you do not want to break them. Well, then you have to buy yourself some replacement side plates. Technically, you can run a PS5 with no side plates on, but it's not advised. I'd make a pretty hot lab tech. Hey, I got your pills ready. Now that we have the patient opened up, this is when you want to mask up and scrub up so you don't get any pathogens in the internals. We don't want to have a code 4 here, guys. Bring me my telescope. That's not it. That's what I used to spy on my neighbors with. The tethoscope, the Teletubby, get Poe's ass in here. So the first thing you need to do, according to the instructions here, is to clean off the LED strips. You have one from here to here and one on the other side. Now this is a brand new PS5. This hasn't even been turned on yet. Super clean. I'm still gonna do my due diligence and wipe them down with a isopropyl alcohol wipe. Obviously you wanna prep the surface before I go scalpel deep in this bad boy. And also, while we have the side plate off, we are going to apply a decal over this PlayStation logo over here. This is a very easy installation, as easy as lick it and stick it. It's gonna look fantastic. Now they do have different versions on their website. However, if I do recall, this is messing up my gloves. I might have to re-scrub. More isopropyl alcohol wipes, 6-month warranty. It's a sticker. What do you need a warranty for? I'd like to contact you about your car's extended warranty. These are lit. So on this one, since I'm usually gonna have the LED or RGB light set on kind of a blood red and then have the blacked out panels, we are gonna go with a red logo. Now on the other PS5 here, which you can't see because his brother is blocking him, he's always been a little bit jealous of his little brother, we're gonna use the traditional PlayStation logo over here. Now, if you're a boomer like myself and you've been around since the PlayStation 1 era, seeing this color pattern right here is near and dear to your rear, much like Uncle Jesse at a family barbecue. Probably remove the gloves for this. Okay, these are also very high quality adhesive. You can tell that industrial 3M stuff, the good stuff that they use to stick on like spoilers to cars and stuff. So you don't want to mess it up because it will lose its adhesion each and every time you have to remove it and reapply it. Son of a bitch. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. By the way, all the tools used in the surgery were donated to the Gamer Heaven Hospital by ExtremeRate/Playvital. The LEDs over here. Now, one of the coolest parts about this kit is there is no soldering required because a lot of people, I would say damn near everyone, doesn't want to take apart their PS5 and do any soldering on the board or anything. These are still very hard to find, let me tell you. But basically it just plugs in via one of the USB 3.0 ports in the back. Technically you use the one in the front, but that would look ugly. So you're most likely going to wrap it around and stick it in through the backside. Nurse, Can you come in here for a minute? This is the business end over here, by the way, in case you want to expand your storage with an NVMe SSD that goes in here. I do have a tutorial and buyer's guide on this channel. And then if your fan ever needs cleaning, you can do that here. And if a disk ever gets jammed in your optical drive, you remove these screws here and you can manually push it out. So the instruction manual is this large color pamphlet here, very descriptive. English is the primary and only language, very descriptive. You don't have to be a doctor to install this thing, it does help. Now the instruction manual says to take these 3M pads right here and install them. I don't know if that's to reduce vibration. This is already applied with a adhesive on the back, so it will stick on there. So I don't really understand what the real purpose of these, but ExtremeRate will tell me, and then I'll relay that on to you other doctors and nurses out there. Pass this bad boy through there, apparently. That actually does make a lot more sense. It doesn't actually go over the status LED that's on the PlayStation 5 by default. What it does is goes behind the vents here, so you have that RGB light bleeding through the vents here. But you can still see your status light indicator, which will go amber when you're in standby, or pulsating during startup, stuff like that. So pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and stick this bad boy on there. So these decals look absolutely awesome. I think the black and red goes very, very well together. And I really, really do like this one here because it is reminiscent, i.e. identical to the original PlayStation logo. I've thought about restoring this console on the channel. However, I think with this one, I'm actually going to leave it in this condition. It almost adds like a little bit of patina to it, you know what I mean? Let it show its story. Let it show its age and its experience, you know? This console has seen some shit. You can tell by looking into its eyes or its memory card flaps. So the wires for the LED kit run down the top here and then down the back flaps. And I'm going to try and do some kind of a wire tuck job. I might put some double-sided tape in here so I can kind of stick this along the inside here. And my initial thought was I kind of wish this little USB port right here was a little bit shorter or more low profile, but honestly, this might be a good thing because this kind of forces people to not put their console so far up against a wall or entertainment center to where these exhaust ports are blocked. So maybe this being a long boy is actually a good thing. You guys want a little demo of the lights, don't you? You want to see all the modes. If you thought I was just going to tease you and not take you all the way, oh, we're going. Buy your ticket. This thing looks absolutely awesome. I'm actually blown away by the way it turned out. I think the way that the light bleeds through the vents looks awesome, and it is also quite a bit brighter than the stock LED lights on the PlayStation. By pressing this button, it will rotate through 29 different effects or modes. The up and down arrows here let you manually shift through the different modes. That's pretty cool. And then the plus and minus arrows are for brightness. So if you want to dim these bad boys because your room is rather dark and it's distracting you, you can do that. Or of course, you can just turn them off completely. Oh, that is so sick. And then of course they have it for different colors, naturally. And then you have a breathing or pulsing mode for every color, which is awesome. And if you just want one specific color, you don't want to rotate through the spectrum because you're trying to match your theme or brand colors. For example, here at Gamer Heaven, it's purple and teal. You can select either a breathing or static always on mode to match your setup, which I think is really cool. So what a hard and unnecessary flex to have two PS5s pimped out of their pajamas like that. Thank you ExtremeRate/Playvital for the components. I think it turned out amazing. Let's get a little more light on those bad boys, shall we? There it is. Links to all the parts and components used in this video are in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, liking it will help it to get seen by more gamers. This information will reach and assist them as well. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover news in the gaming community and industry, as well as tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing, and honest gaming peripheral reviews, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, chairs, mics, etc. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.